All right, I think we're gonna be okay to get started here. I'm gonna go ahead and open off with my name. For those of you who don't know me, I am Senior Deputy Michael Sweet Cheek Senport with the BCSO. Thank you guys for coming. This is our first ever town hall for Blaine County, and this definitely won't be the last. So if anyone that you know wanted to come today but couldn't make it because of the times, not tell them not to worry because they can make the next one for sure. I want to thank you guys for coming out. I know it's been kind of hectic with all the shit happening. Appreciate you guys leaving and coming back as well. I just want to kind of go over a few things. Myself and Cassius, this fine gentleman over here to the left with a blonde mohawk, standing behind the old dude there.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Sorry, Harry.
Jesus.
Me and Cassius took about 4.5, 5 hours of our time the other day, going around Blaine County, asking civilians what they wanted to see different in the county up here. Like, what is the main reason people want to come up here, and what's keeping them here, and what's causing people to leave? Um, I have a couple of lists here to go over of what people wanted to see changed and wanted me to bring up to the deputy mayor. This whole point of this town hall is to gather as much information as I can, take some important details, and present them to the deputy mayor to hopefully get a change up here to make Blaine County more livable and better for everyone here, to have a better experience overall. And at the end of this town hall, there will be questions asked to myself, to Cassius, to the sheriff, even if she's willing to take some questions, and even Harry as well. They all have good heads of what we want to see different up here in the county and how we want to make this better for everyone, not just for businesses, but for civilians and everybody involved that lives up here. Number one thing I will say, talking to a bunch of civilians around here, everybody wants a job board up here, and I couldn't agree more. Um, Everyone loves to make extra money. They love getting that extra little boost in their paycheck, because who wouldn't? Um, that is the main thing I'm going to bring up when I speak to the deputy mayor, is not only having a job board, but also having a individual behind the counter here that can help get you your fishing license, hunting license, gun license, even a copy of your driver's license if you misplaced it. And even she can also pay your tickets up here. I feel like people get their tickets and have to go all the way down to the city and then either forget about it, lose the ticket, or just kind of everyone has their own lives they're living, and they just forget about it too easily. So if you have an option up here, they don't have to go all the way to the city to pay it. Along with those are like the main points I'm going to bring up after this town hall, but we do have a lot of other recommendations here from people saying they want to there's a couple civilian jobs that we've heard of, from electrical jobs to power washing, that don't even come up here in the county, which explains sometimes electricals, we have little electrical surges up here. We need some electricians up here really bad. And you get some scummy people that like to graffiti up our houses. We don't need that. We need some people to come up here and clean up for us. So I'm gonna try to see if we can get maybe some jobs up here. Let the people know, the civilian workers, and those jobs that we need some professionals up here in the county. Need some love.
Send it.
Let's see. Some of these ideas that we got from the other day, I'm not sure if they're totally plausible or totally able to get for the county, but we're gonna try our damnedest to. The one thing that I did notice too, a lot of people wanted, was to get government funding apartment up here, like they do in the county, or in the city. I'm not sure if that's 100% possible, but I could definitely mention it, bring it up if that's what some people are more interested in. It will definitely bring more traffic up here, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
Not necessarily a good thing either.
Well, yeah, some people are bad apples, but not everyone's a bad apple too. We gotta welcome anyone we can up to the county, and make their enjoyment here or their time here enjoyable. Um, Cassius, am I missing anything?
No, I mean you've covered a lot of the main points. I know a lot of the folks I talked to are here today, so if they've got anything extra, definitely bring that up during the Q&A part of it. I mean, on my side, I just want to say it's been a pleasure to meet every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all showing up, and if you have any comments, questions, concerns, I'm pretty sure all of y'all have my phone number. If you don't, feel free to ask me for it. I'll gladly give it out, and let me know, and I'll try my best to help you in any way I can. I'm typically around. Some people have said I'm like Sasquatch. You'll just see me out in the woods or somewhere, so I'm sure you can find me. All right.
Harry, what about you? Do you have anything to mention that I haven't mentioned yet?
No, I mean, in the open Q&A, we'll probably try and get some event ideas in Sandy and also Polito. I'm trying to show some love to both parts of the North. But otherwise, just like Copper said, if you need anything, you can hit me up. I obviously give you my number if I haven't already given to you already. That's it.
I will
Absolutely.
take this opportunity. There are a couple things that I don't think a lot of people are quite aware of because it's not BCSO. We show via our actions. We are not, I mean, we may be yappers, but we're not braggers by any means. And I want to make everybody aware of something that was enacted several months ago after I took the station of sheriff up here in Sandy Shores. And it's the Blaine County Victim Relief Fund. We have allotted a portion of the BCSO budget specifically each month to dedicate to relieving the victims that occur up in the north, because I know how hard you work. The lifeblood of the city comes from the blue collar workers up here. And I'm tired of pretending otherwise. I'm tired of people pretending otherwise other than that. And when you come up here to do your work, you end up getting robbed of that hard work. I feel that you should be relieved of such. So if you are a victim of a crime, an aggravated robbery, or maybe there's a sudden death in the family, or maybe there's a landslide on the north side, Califia Way, you are able to apply to any deputy within the BCSO to receive a portion of funds to help offer some monetary relief, though I understand with tragedy it may not return all that is lost, but it should help relieve, because nobody at the very least should have to worry about keeping their family fed in times of grief.
That was beautiful,
Fantastic.
Sheriff. That was beautiful.
So please, if you are fitting of this criteria, any deputy can also inform you of the full requirements of such. Usually, especially if it's a victim-related crime, typically it comes with a police report, an itemized list of all that was taken, including monetary situations. We can offer a portion back, if not all, depending on the allotted budget for that month and the demand for that month.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Sheriff. I think the only other thing I want to add before we open up Q&A here real quick is that we've already made tremendous strides up here in the county. Like, I don't know if most people know the hospital up here. EMS can probably talk a little bit more about this, but Nancy's cousin's up here where we can actually check in at the hospital if you're not feeling too well. If you can't make it all the way to the city, you need to get a checkup real quick and go see Nancy's cousin. Very helpful, very nice lady to get you right in and out. EMS could probably talk to you more about that as well. But we got a mechanic shop up here. We're still missing a food business owner. So if anyone is open to owning a food business up here, that would be amazing. Because we definitely need that. We need someone to own a food business, because I don't think there's currently anything that we can get up here for food or drink. We have to go down to the city for it. Sorry, go ahead.
I can hack into. Hi, EMS here. I'm going to interrupt. EMS is opening the Sandy cafeteria for food for you guys. Within like the 1st November, we are going to have a cafe in there where we hire civilians and EMS stuff that needs a little bit of a break. I will be serving you good foods and treats up here.
Wonderful.
That's actually awesome. Hell yeah! Thank you, EMS. Let's go. That's awesome right
fantastic.
there.
Yeah, that's really good.
Get some good
Yeah,
coffee
we
there.
needed something, or else we're gonna starve up here, and I don't want to starve. But like I said, like just like that, we're up and coming county. This is we're actively growing, and we want the community to be a part of the growing process here. This is why we have this town hall. And like I said, this is the first of many town halls. This is the one, and we're done. This is getting the ball rolling on getting your guys' feedback to bring to the mayor's office. This is what it's like, a kind of like a old game of telephone of what you, the people, want in the county that actively live up here, that we can help bring over to the mayor's office to make it actually happen.
Fantastic.
So that's why we're here. I do know we have an ATC rep here as well. EMS, do you have anything else to add to that as well before we move on to ATC?
We very much would like to, if you're interested and you are a civilian, we would like to also hire you. And for that, we have Seraphine, who's going to talk over it. She's also very known for the LSPD. And we are currently having raffles going on for those who didn't know yet. They're going to be the draw at the 1st of November. We have a lot of Halloween goodies in there, but also other treats.
Hell yeah.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Amazing.
All right. If anyone's interested, please speak to the EMS rep over there. I'm sorry, what was your name again, ma'am?
It's Vani.
Bonnie.
Mhm.
Speak to her or Seraphine, and they'll probably get you set up there. ATC, you have anything to add?
Yeah, so first and foremost, my name's Red. I'm in charge of the shift from 1 p.m. till after the next storm. Pleasure to meet all y'all. I did want to speak on a few things. I know a lot of people kind of come up there. They come to get their pilot's license, things like that. I've been in talk with the gentleman over there to the right of me. I was thinking about maybe start doing a ATC school for pilots. We'll probably do that once a week because a lot of it is time consuming when it comes to doing the paperwork and everything. So maybe we start taking on like 3 or 4 people doing the class once a week, get all the paperwork sorted, all that stuff. That way, when you do come up there to take your exams and do your training, it's just training and doing the exams. I think that's going to help out big time. Also, too, I think the ATC is a very important thing to Los Santos. I just recently talked to the CEO of SecuroServe. I'm in talks with him as far as making that a more secure area. So we'll be checking IDs coming into the gate, making sure you have a pilot's license, all that stuff. We're trying to, tighten things down over there at ATC. People just come there and go as they please. A lot of times, I'll probably get on the radio and I'll hail to you. I do want everybody to know here in this room, when I hail into you, I'm just asking for your name, state ID, and how many individuals you have on board. The reason why I do that is because I'm trying to get you in the airspace and you be in the airspace legal. If you do not answer back and give me your state ID and your name to where I cannot verify that you do indeed have a pilot's license, I don't play around. I mark you as a deauthorized aircraft, and at that point you become illegal and other measures have to be taken. Speaking on a few other things too, I think that that would be great to have a job board out here. I run into it all the time. People coming out there wanting to get their pilot's license. They don't have an ID. They have to go all the way to the city and all that stuff. So that's perfect. Food out here would be great as well. I do think that the aircrafts that we have at ATC, maybe we could get with the mayor with that or something. I feel like the aircrafts there are not really tailored for the job. I think we need something that could move around more fluidly and all that good stuff. And then also too, I don't know if this is an option or whatnot, but it is an airfield, so maybe a way to maybe a bench to craft, some parachutes or some repair kits or some first aid kits. A lot of times, we get called in to people crashing these helicopters and they don't have the things on them and all that stuff. But if we had it up there, then we could do that. And then maybe, a golf cart up there so we could be checking the fence line, making sure, there nobody cut the fence, trying to sneak into ATC, all that stuff. And then just one more other thing I want to touch down on is I think that there needs to be a higher level of security out there. So maybe a way to monitor the hangars, maybe the helipad, and then an advanced radar system. A lot of these aircrafts we can't see if they're going, underneath 200 on the altitude. But I think these are all other things that could be addressed, at a later date. But I just wanted to bring everybody up to speed on that.
All right, perfect.
And I do want to just add one more last thing. All right, I'm not a bad
Go ahead.
guy. At the end of the day, I'm just doing my job. You know what I mean? I have a big family to feed. When I'm at work, I'm there to do my job. So as long as you comply with the laws, then we're good to go. If you don't comply with the laws, well, you're gonna have to deal with what the repercussions and consequences that come with it. And that's it.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Red. All right, one more thing before we open up Q&A. Just the last thing I want to bring up here. The sheriff also wrote a really nice legislation up here that only pertains to Blaine County, and it is our speed enforcement ordinance that we have up here. I constantly pull people over all the time for speeding, and they had no idea this was even a thing. So I want to make sure everyone here knows. That way they can get the word out. We've been giving people tickets and pull them over, letting them know as well. But I want to make sure that we keep hounding on this because this is a big issue that we want to stop here.
You say
In the
that's a big
city,
issue, to be fair, but honestly, I got trapped over by one of your members of the BCSO who claimed that it wasn't legislation or penal code and still charged me $750 when it was clearly wrote by Miss Leanne Cassidy herself that it should have been no more than $500, which is a first-degree speeding ticket. I got charged with a second degree because of it.
That has been corrected when you brought it to me the first time, Miss Kyle.
I brought it up to TJ Mack, and Mack at the time did not believe that you signed it. I remember when you brought this.
That's not
to
what I
the
said. I
mayor's
said I would
office.
look into it, and I looked into it. And I spoke with the officer.
He still charged me $750, and I still had to pay $750. To be fair,
I
Well,
mean, you
did
can
get
take
your-
that to court and file it, right?
I couldn't
Everyone
come
has
because
that.
there was no judges at the time, and the lawyer I hired didn't want to do shit because
You
be
have a
frank with
week.
you. Well, at the time, I still had 2 weeks, and I was out of town a lot, so I couldn't do much because the lawyer I asked didn't do shit. Because lawyers in this city only do it when you're a high-profile criminal. They don't do it for normal civilians like that.
It's unfortunate to hear. How about this? Get with me afterwards. I will personally refund you $250, the difference of the ticket.
I appreciate it, Leanne.
I will say, if that is the case, then we do need to get some better lawyers up here in the county, or not even just the county, but just in general. If that is the case, there, I'm gonna read you the exact legislation, not every little bit of it. I just want to read the legislation that is written here, the important parts. That way, you guys know I'm not just kind of making this up as I go. I just gotta find it.
I
All
got
right.
it. The full ordinance. And it's also, I'd like to take the moment to discuss a couple more ordinances I'd like to enact just to create a little bit more livelihood up here. So I guess this would be a good time to do so. But the whole point of the speed trafficking ordinance was because we, as far as Sandy is concerned, we don't have any stop signs. We don't have any stop lights. And with the ever growing population in Sandy Shores, there was a concern by multiple civilians who were run over by people who were coming up here from the city, acting like nobody exists up here. So we enacted this that the maximum lawful speed for any motor vehicle traveling within a populated area in Blaine County shall be 50 miles per hour unless a lower speed limit is otherwise posted. This would count for places like Grapeseed, where you see activity over there with the farmers, among the dairy farmers and the handymen working on the fences. It is safety for those folk. Because I know people are speeding up and down CV Road, and we've had a lot of motor vehicle accidents and pedestrians hit. Now, this is specifically written in a way to only be in populated areas, a commercial or residential area. And it is defined as such, specifically in here. A populated area shall mean any area within Blaine County where residential, commercial, or mixed-use development is present, where the average density of structures exceeds 2 dwellings or commercial units per acre, or is designated by the Blaine County Department of Transportation. Basically, if you see 2 houses in an area, slow down. And then you can go back to the posted speed limits, which now are updated even down into the city, 55 and 70 respectively. Are there any questions in regards to this ordinance?
Does that include Route 68?
That does include Route 68 because when you're going through Harmony, you have a lot of businesses there. You got Larry's and a lot of people in and out. So just slow down in those populated areas. Once you hit the BFE, as I like to call it, that long stretch of road up to Zancudo, you should be all right until you get to the store.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You sir in the black shirt, you got a question?
So regarding the picture on the screen, are those bunions or is that foot cheese?
Oh God.
Huh? Whose
What the
feet are
hell?
this?
Who's put my feet on the screen?
Those are your
That's
feet?
your feet?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, I've been buying them for weeks.
What the heck?
I
You
think
sell
I think
feet?
you
should see a
I
doctor.
get pedicures
I need a
twice a
refund.
month.
Ain't nothing wrong with selling.
Yeah,
food, but
hey,
everyone
as someone
gotta eat.
should. As someone should.
Hey, pedicures are manly, okay?
Hey, it is not unmanly to take care of yourself, gentlemen. Maybe wash your ass once in a while. Okay?
Jimmy.
Right,
Probably more than once in a while.
No.
Definitely more than once in a while. If there's no further questions on the speed traffic ordinance, I'd like to issue for review. These are not currently enacted, but I'd just like some community feedback on it, just something fun for the county. The backup beeper beautification law, aka BBL for short. All modified backup alarms for work-related vehicles must sing country music or Baby Got Back within Blaine County limits. How we feel about that one?
100% yeah.
Hell no, that's
Yes.
irping.
Nah.
Yeah, baby. Yes.
That's not urban.
Baby,
Yes, it
lock
is
them
irping.
doors
You
and
just
turn the lights down low.
Yeah,
Kinda
thank you,
irp.
thank you. Yeah, so far that seems majority. Everyone seems okay with that one.
Erp for all.
Okay. How is this irping? It's literally just singing country music or Baby Got Back while you're backing up on a work vehicle like a tractor or something.
Yeah.
Do you understand
love
the lyrics of
BBLs.
Baby Got Back?
Enlighten us.
Yeah, it's a poem, okay? It's
Enlighten
poetry.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
And
bloody
we got
hell.
the camo visibility law, which is CVL, because I know we got a plenty of filled up hunting population here. Citizens wearing camouflage must identify themselves verbally every 15 minutes to avoid disappearing without a trace within Blaine County limits.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of camouflage?
Yeah, it's just so we don't run you over.
What if my name's John Cena?
Who
I
said
think
that?
special exceptions could be made for John Cena. That guy's an American hero, personally. I don't know how anyone else
Can't be
feels about
seen.
that.
And he can't be seen.
Bless that man.
True, true. Nobody sees John Cena coming.
Most granted Make-A-Wish wishes.
That's
True,
right.
he is a hero.
He is a hero.
I got some positive feedback on that. Okay, let me note that down. And then the final, this is I'm pretty big into this one specifically, just you'll see in a second. It's called the Countrification Act, and that's C-U-N-T. It is hereby declared that every Sunday will be considered Country Day. It is heavily encouraged that all civilians within Blaine County limits wear cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. Bonus points given if wearing pink. Sundays are not for work, but for work with an ER.
And the
I
Lord.
Slay Queen.
And the Lord.
Question: are you telling this to Chuck, please, too?
Yes.
Perfect.
How we feel about that last one?
Love it.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So you said bonus points.
If I see you in
points?
country
Yeah, bonus
boots,
points if
Harry,
you
I
wear
will
pink,
slap
yeah.
the teeth out of your mouth.
Wouldn't that
I'm going
no lie?
hard at it.
Would it next? Would it if
Harry,
it
I wanna see you in
happens? What
country
if
boots.
Sunday be November at that point? So it's no shave November at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, I said bonus points.
All right, then all the
It's
men
just
in
'cause I
here
like
got
the
to.
color pink.
Okay,
You don't
then
have to
let's-
wear the pink. It's just the cowboy boots and the hat, and it's heavily encouraged, not enforced, right?
So, will you guys be getting pink BCSO uniforms as well for those days?
God, I wish, but right now I got these fabulous pink boots. Pose.
Oh my god.
Yeah, show the feet. We can barely see the feet.
Yeah, show them feet. Show
I can,
them.
my brother will kill you if I show my feet. I'm just
Well,
saying that he
You
will air
think
out
I'm
this whole
scared?
I
bitch.
think she meant the boots. The
You
boots. not the
probably
feet.
should be, to be honest.
Show it.
I ain't scared of Cole Cassidy. He could put a gun in my head and I
Put
don't
the feet
care.
up on the
I'm not scared.
pictures.
Oh my
I was
Yeah,
not
as you
scared
can
for
see,
that
I got
reason.
pink cuffs and pink boots. I already
I
followed
murdered
this
him with the
law
car
every day of
once.
my life.
He held a rocket launcher at my head once, so
Yeah, that
I'm not
tracks.
scared.
Makes sense.
If you got a luscious beard like myself, the bonus points aren't worth it for you. No big deal.
Okay, is there any people here that currently deem any of these ordinances unreasonable? Or would not
Define
like to see them-
ordinance.
These would be laws that would be enacted. Basically,
So just for my
codes.
clarification, Sheriff,
Of
is
course.
it now
Speak up, we can't hear you.
it's not in. This is just fielding.
Is it now legislation that the BCSO is now writing legislation?
As sheriff, I have the right to deign ordinances. The checks and balances would be the governor, or not the governor's office, the mayor's office. They can remove any ordinances I enact as a counterbalance if they find it unreasonable.
They better not.
I feel like these are pretty reasonable.
I want the country one in all day.
Yeah, the country one's pretty good, right? It's my favorite one.
Well, we all
The
know
only
that
thing is I
Sunday's
question, though,
designated.
Are you
What-
now the
tracksuits.
supreme leader of Blaine County?
What was that, Glitch?
Are you now the supreme leader of Blaine County?
No. I'm merely a sheriff of Blaine County. I know typically sheriffs are elected, and I was appointed to this position, but I take this job incredibly seriously to the point where a lot of you may not know me. A lot of you might, but those that might know that my word is my bond. I believe that when we are at the end of our days and stripped down naked before the Almighty Himself, our word matters, our deeds and our actions. So, with that being said, know that I give you my word that as long as I hold this station in this badge and as long as I draw breath, I will do my best to protect each and every one of you, as well as make sure your voices are heard. And that is why I wanted to continue this town hall today, because I wanted to show that the North cannot be bullied into silence.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay,
right.
here's a good question though, because honestly, these days I don't know what's what. Where does the line draw for up here, up north, and who takes what jurisdiction? Because to be fair, I always know that PD always is taking every jurisdiction it can. But if y'all sound like y'all drawing the line, where does the line where does the line for Blaine County doesn't cross into Los Santos County?
Are you guys all the way up in Polito too? Is that kind of Blaine County?
Yes,
or,
everything north, like just south of Route 68 would be the technical Blaine County line.
Would I need a passport to cross between the lines?
No, they're just
No, you-
counties. We're still in the same country.
We're in the same state, but we're in two different counties, and
Yeah.
that's the difference. Because be fair, if the county line is at 68, that's where it could be like a 50-50 problem. Like 1 minute you could get stopped by BCSO, 1 minute you could get stopped by LSPD.
Well, I mean, to
Double
clear
jeopardy.
up, everybody, including the state troopers, so all the departments I'll list for people that are unaware. You have LSPD, you have the Rangers, you have the state troopers, and then you have Blaine County Sheriff's Office. Technically, because of the volume of calls, everyone can operate in any jurisdiction, though it is given a courtesy to operate in your own jurisdiction. So first come, first serve on the calls, right? So if something happens up here, BCSO is given the courtesy to respond to it first. And then we call backup. We have a unified police department contract in which we help each other.
Define jurisdiction.
Glitch.
That was a
What the
big
hell?
one for you there, buddy.
Damn.
That was a big word for Elmo. Does that
Like-
answer your question, Miss Kyle?
only reason why I asked it is because it's like there's times where it's like I noticed lately BCSO has been all up north, and I noticed a lot of LSPD down in the south. But it's just I don't know. I guess adjustment of coming back and seeing so much after going away for 2 weeks.
Is there an issue with the presence of BCSO in the north?
No, I always question
the
like
casino.
where is BCSO in the north, to be fair, because it feels like, you have said a lot of things, Leanne, even when I was city council, but it just felt like BCSO wasn't up in the north as much. Like now it feels better. It just feels
Because
so
we have the
different now.
people. To be completely transparent with you, we had to form a department from the ground up. Even still, we only have a staffing of 47 people. I'm currently taking active efforts and including taking a hold of our own training departments, because the people up north here, you're going to face a little bit more unique of a situation. You're not going to, like, a city boy ain't going to know how to talk with the county folk, right? Because they don't know your
Mhm.
day to day. They don't live up here. They don't know you and your plight and what's currently going on.
Well,
So
that
I
and
have
the fact-
personally taken the training departments under my own wing and expanding that out to expand the BCSO to make sure that we have more presence up north. But also, in the same breath, because there is so much violence and increasing violence in the city, our contract deems that we have to go down there and help them. We can't just let them bleed.
No, I understand.
So when you
it's
have
just very much
increasing violence,
different.
especially for the 4 weeks straight of continuous gang wars and these factions that were controlling the streets, we were just simply not able to come up here because of how much people were shooting each other down south. Yes, Glitch.
So, are you saying that we should balance it out and bring the violence up here as well?
Negative. That is not what I'm saying.
And with that in mind, what are we doing to curb the violence that's presently riddling the
Sandy.
streets of Sandy?
Absolutely. I've enacted several rigorous training programs to help prepare my deputies for the chaos, including not limited to the fact that we had situational awareness of a situation that was occurring at this very own town hall. Because of our quick action and getting people moved back and announcing the postponing of it, only one person was hurt. It could have been far worse than that. And I will continue to run these training programs to make sure that my deputies are ready to curb this violence that is leaking its way up north.
She almost lost her toes.
That leads me to my next question. What's to prevent the powers that be down in the south side to see this open expanse of new properties and everything else and make Sandy an extension of Los Santos?
I have
Well,
to agree with that ideology, to be fair.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad that you asked. We actually formed a task division to combat organized crime and syndicates, as it were. It's called the Idiots. It's a pretty great analogy. I'll read off the entire moment. Let me pull it up here.
Rob Banks must be leading that one up.
They're the top of the deputies in that
All
idiots
right.
group.
Yes, they're
Bloody
top investigators. It's the investigative division infiltrating organized thugs and syndicates. You need something done, take it to the idiots. Let them handle it.
Mm-hmm. That's how TK treats us.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
How are we gonna keep the culture up north, not just let this become an expansion of Los Santos North, for example?
That is a extraordinary question. I think it's just continuously holding and giving voice to the people that actually live here, not people that want to push in necessarily. I think this is the first step of a long way of keeping the defining culture as Blaine County, as well as
I think-
holding community events such as the Blaine County Fair on Friday, by the way. I hope everybody comes by. It'll be carnival games, date auctions, among other things. It's going to be a damn good time.
What about barbecues? Why don't we do a Blaine County barbecue?
Why don't you organize one?
Yeah.
We'd be happy to help you in any way,
Exactly.
shape, or form.
What
That's
about
why we have these to get
representation?
ideas from you guys too, because like we can only come up with so many event and ideas, but a lot of people, a lot of you guys are probably sitting on
My
some
bad, my bad.
fantastic
My bad.
ideas to hold up here, like the barbecue.
Just punch my
What
Um,
about also try to put a couple of more businesses up here? Like,
So that was my idea.
that was a
Yeah,
nice
that
job.
was touched on at the start of the
Yeah.
town
And
hall.
why don't
I'd
we
like
hold
to
those
avoid
business
circling back.
opportunities for people that are
Mhm.
I
actually
didn't hear it
reside
because
here?
I wasn't here at the start. That's why I am asking. Because Leanne, you know, I've been trying to get my business up since Kane Anderson was mayor. And
Yeah, I
the funny
understand
thing
that.
is,
And then Coral all but abandoned the North. We had Kane, who had an active interest in expanding, but as we all know, that happened. And then Coral became mayor. And let's be honest, she completely abandoned us.
she
Nothing was
abandoned the
done
whole
up here.
state.
Exactly.
was done.
Yeah, what
for
the
But
fuck?
now
Yeah.
we have mayors, while moving slow, they actually do have an investigation in the North. They are currently focusing on Sandy, and then Polito will be next. I have been in constant conversations with the mayor and deputy mayor on this, including, but not limited to, situations of getting a representative who can be the voice of Blaine County.
Yeah, didn't you just not very long ago mention the fact that the city boys don't understand the lifestyle and culture of the North County?
Correct. I mean, that's why they are coming up here. Eventually, I will make my intentions plain. I don't know how feasible it is, but I would very much like to see Blaine County have its own mayor. I know right now the way things are, politics are tentative. So I'm not going to give anybody false hope. That is a long dream in the future, but that is my aim to help make that happen.
So you can agree that at least, bare minimum, any new businesses being opened should be first afforded the opportunity by individuals that reside here.
I agree. The North knows the North best. It should be
That's right.
kept within the community.
And ultimately, everything that sustains the city of Los Santos comes basically from the North County.
That is correct. Like I stated earlier, we are the lifeblood of the city.
winter is coming.
Everything they need comes from here. I saw some hands raised in the back. Devil Lady?
Yep. So I just want to touch on events. Would you guys like music events to be hosted down here?
Absolutely. I
Absolutely.
would love to see far more community events that isn't just hosted by the BCSO. And we would like to provide not only security, but assistance in that. I'm currently working on getting more budgeting for the BCSO, as we are currently the only police department that is funneling the money back into the community.
Karaoke nights. We need them
and
up here.
I would like to help
talk
that.
with you in a bit, Leanne, about what we can organize.
Wonderful. I'd love to hear that. I saw someone else's hand raised in the back there. Was that Harry?
No, I'm good.
Someone else's hand was raised back there.
Candy, were you speaking about something earlier? I know you spoke up. We just couldn't hear you.
Oh no, I was curious about. Oh, hi, Brazilian Mika Candy here.
Howdy.
What jurisdiction does the Rangers have? I haven't seen them patrolling a certain area. They're just kind of everywhere. But you did mention they you have a unified force, but where are they supposed to be?
Well, I mean, they're park rangers. They are part of the Unified Police Department contract, so their jurisdiction is technically, along with everyone else, everywhere. But they are meant to have some hand in wildlife parks, typical park rangers, that what you would imagine it to be.
And quite honestly, if you're ever really looking for a ranger, you can always check the casino or the strip clubs. They like to throw money too.
I agree with the strip club part.
Just a comment earlier on the businesses and everything. I appreciate that coming up here. I think the big thing that I'd love to see up here is I don't really care what kind of business opens up here, and obviously the food is needed and all that stuff. But I'd really love to see city folk have to come. To your point earlier, we want traffic up here, right? But we don't want to bring bad people. But I'd love to see a business up here that brings people that you can't get in the city. You know, they have things down in the city in Los Santos, or just down there in general, that we have to go down and get, right? But there's no place up here that you have to come up here for. I'd love to see that as one of the future businesses.
You guys have the
And that's
prison.
something that can be fully discussed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said the
Glitch, how
prison.
is that a
Yeah,
business?
He's not wrong. It makes a lot of money, to be fair.
I mean,
That's what it is.
prisons aren't standardly privatized businesses. They do actually pull money.
They pull a lot of money.
I've been trying to get my business for months now, so pray and hope for an copium.
My bad. My bad. Yeah.
Vonnie, what's you got a question?
It's another thing. I'm now talking not as EMS, but I know from Olive Garden that there's they're trying currently to get another area of their business up here in Grapeseed, which is targeted at gardeners, fishers, and hunters. And they're even thinking about getting a better watering can for those farmers.
You said, sorry, what was the last part of that?
They're also thinking or exploring the fact with getting a better watering can for the farmers to hold more water in it. And as well, they're currently in the talks of getting other people who have the same idea, or like the distributor of like the harvest company that's giving a lot of money, a lot of fruits and vegetables to the businesses to work together.
Huh.
But it's a thing in the making right now.
Yeah, I mean that'll
Yeah.
go hand in hand once I get the businesses up here.
Yeah, I do know there is an interest in making kind of like a Olive Garden store up here in the county, but having some different ingredients up here in that store that are different than the one in the city. Somebody mentioned to me and Cassius about that the other day. But I'm not sure what the status of that is, but I do know that, like you said, that is in the works right now. So, and it's pretty good. I know we kind of already opened up Q&A, but this is like officially opening up now. So, I just want to make that known as well. Mr. Fortnite, dude.
God damn it. Hi, my name's Simon with big hands. Just abnormally big hands. I don't know why medical condition. Anyways, my question is, would clowns be given fair and equal treatment here than in the city?
I think we have been able to give fair and treatment to clowns. And so the circus clowns were posted up at Stab City. I've invited them to several events as such. One time, I believe we invited them along for the Derby. They actually had like a really good idea that was very unique and clever, which was those rusty old tow trucks have a tow truck tug of war with each other. Things like that, you know.
We
But
need a
I'd like to
demolition
continue to make
derby.
space for that because that is the type of creative thinking that I would love to see here in Blaine County and reward.
Demolition derby. I'm telling you right now, Sheriff.
Absolutely. The last one was a great. Everyone loved the demolition derby.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
Followed by a
blast.
little karaoke night. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't the
I did not
pit
know
do a
that.
demolition derby lately? Yesterday?
Yeah, just yesterday there was a demolition derby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Glitch.
Clown rights.
So how would you guys feel about building a second city up in Blaine County with apartments and everything?
I think that can be good and bad. I think that it would a lot for a lot of housing up here and definitely bring more life, but it'll also bring the bad as well because I believe wasn't there government sanctioned apartments up here previously?
Yes.
And that did
Oh yes.
And all it
really,
did
let's
was
be
allow
honest,
Over
nothing.
Jericho.
transient lifestyles where the people from the
Exactly.
south side would utilize and exploit Sandy and Blaine County to store their illegal shit.
Correct.
But that brings more life and chaos. Like, don't you guys want that?
And nobody wants chaos. You
Nobody wants
see,
chaos up here. We
North
just want life.
County, it's a mindset.
What
It's
if
people that
by
you know
chance-
are working hard and enjoying their life. They're not trying to get caught up in the same shit that riddles the streets of Los Santos.
So you're saying Los Santos is a shithole?
I've been saying that for about 4 years now.
what
Which is
if
why
we
I
could try to
ultimately
get the train
moved
running?
from there and came out here to the peace and quiet.
Right.
Yeah, that is the train on the list, but like I said, I don't know how feasible that is to do. You know, like they're like we can certainly try, but there's no promises we're able to make. You know, for anything like that.
ATC does do taxied flights, so if you ever want to get picked up at LSA, you can just reach out to ATC and we'll fly down and pick you up.
And like I said before, if anyone has any like event ideas to hold up here in the county that are specific to county stuff, by all means, like voice your opinions here, and if you think of something at the next one, just voice it there at the next town hall as well. I know Cassius had a couple ideas. Somebody mentioned even having like a mountain bike race tournament going up Chiliad. Like I know your calves sound burning from that, but that's something fun to do up here. Oh my god, you're not gonna TV over. Ugh. Thank God we saved the feet pics.
Fuck.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, glitch again.
I myself enjoy
I'm just gonna-
hiking
I'm just
on Mount Chiliad, but it seems like you guys have the Los Santos streets to bomb ratio is pretty low, but it seems like the Blaine County seems to have a lot of landmines up in the county, and I'm wondering what you guys are planning to do about that, because every time I go to Mount Chiliad, I blow up.
Yeah, we're currently doing an active investigation as to who's placing the landmines. If anybody has any information in regards to this, please report to a deputy. We have also enacted a rigorous training program to basically have an EOD, BCSO EOD, to disable landmines, at least as well on the roads, because I know that is a very big problem, is that they are being placed on active roads, and that's usually where these civilians come into contact with them.
Ezra, you had a question there?
Yeah, I guess I was wondering if there was if anyone had brought up like getting that gym over by Seton Sands opened up, kind of same thing.
Businesses are currently being looked at and are in active talks with the mayor, deputy mayor. I cannot make any promises or assertions at this time. I know that is a political answer, and I do apologize, but I also believe in not giving people false hope. But it is being looked at. Yes, Glitch.
Have you guys given any thought to deporting the illegal mountain lions back down to the city?
Oh my
God. I don't think they come from the city. This is their home. They live up here, just like we do. If anything,
Exactly.
we're
We're
encroaching on
invading
their
their
territory.
home.
Yeah, exactly.
Like transport them down into the city though. I think it'd be kind of nice to let them feel a breath of fresh air of the city.
Oh, don't
life, you
worry.
know?
I got back at the Rangers one day by putting mountain lions in their office.
Deadpan News would like to know if there's been any progress or updates as to the location of the missing Mayor Jack Hoffelat.
At this time, there is no current update that we can offer. Just know that we have multiple teams, a unified task force that is working diligently. And if anybody has any information that could lead to the safe return of our mayor or other information otherwise, there is a monetary award valued for that should it lead to the recovery.
Thank you.
But right now, I think this has been a very productive town hall. I think that we should make these weekly, if not bi-weekly. And I'd like to no longer hold anybody else up here, as the longer we are here, more likely is something will happen. So I would like to worry about your safety at this moment. As always, I have an open door policy. If you need my number, please reach out to me after the town hall. Thank you everyone so much for coming. I appreciate this, and I look forward to the expansion of Blaine County and the all of us becoming closer knit.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank
you
you
for having
guys.
us.
And
Please be safe on your way out.
Special thanks to
Anyone need-
Cassius here too, and Harry for being a big help into getting all this set up with me. Okay.
Well,
So
thank
if
you.
you see
Thank you.
them,
How you
just
doing,
thank
guys?
them, and
Yeah,
they've
good
been
to
a great
see ya.
help.
Yeah, you too.
If anyone
I'm
needs
gonna
for
go
their
cancel.
upcoming events EMS, just let me know, or any other EMS worker.